Yo, so my wife told me about this movie. She watched it when she was in Arkansas with her family. She said, "You got to see it. You got to see it." But she wouldn't tell me what was in it. And she mentioned it before. She wanted to see it, but she didn't get a chance to. So she came back home, and we're watching it because she wants me to see something. Now, I thought that it was going to be later on in the movie, but it's like right at the beginning. And for those who watch my ministry channel, you will know what's up. But let's go ahead and roll this, and if you don't know, then I'll give you the insight. Okay, pause it. In 1993, a breakthrough new technology known as CRISPR gave scientists a path to treat incurable diseases through genetic editing. In 2016, due to its potential for misuse, the U.S. intelligence community designated genetic editing as a weapon of mass destruction and proliferation. Now, this whole movie is based off of CRISPR, I'm assuming, the technology they used to genetically edit this ape. You may be saying, well, why is this so important? Well, you know that I teach and I show that DNA manipulation, not just CRISPR specifically, because it's going to get deeper than that. DNA manipulation is really what the mark of the beast is about. Because by manipulating the DNA, you're able to cure diseases. If you're able to cure diseases, then you are able to become a god. This has everything to do with the promise that Satan made in the garden. It's the same thing. He's doing the same thing. So this is why this is important. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, why are they putting this in a movie? And we're speaking about it from a biblical perspective. Now, I'm going to show you why this is also that much more interesting. Because you see, it says, again, in 2016, due to its potential for misuse, they designated it as a weapon of mass destruction. My wife sent me an article where they were stating that they found out that when they've been using the CRISPR editing on the DNA, that it's causing effects that they didn't know was going to happen. Now, they say it causes cancer and stuff like that, but when you read between the lines, you know what they're saying. What they're saying is they've created some stuff, and the side effects of it has created some stuff that would probably make you poop your pants, to be politically correct, you know. So I just want y'all to see this, and I'm going to show you the article, and we're going to read it so you can see what's going on. To show you that this is not a game, and what I've been showing you for the last 2 or 3 years, going in depth with this. Y'all know I got videos, 2-3 hour long videos breaking this stuff down. I'm going to show you that this stuff is true, and that it's true in regards to the Word of God. So we know that we're on the right path. We know that what the Lord is revealing to me and revealing to many other true brothers and sisters in Christ, it is true. And what God is also revealing to you. This is real. It's real stuff. You're sitting here watching the movie thinking it's just a movie. But me and my wife, we watch movies, but we don't watch them for like entertainment purposes. We watch it to get little nuggets like this to show you that they know what's going on. They know what's going on. Now, why would they have that in 2016 about the misuse of it? And then the article recently comes out where they said exactly that. So let's get to it. Okay, I want y'all to listen to what they say in this part right here.
Guys, let's get George something to eat.
Okay. It makes sense. He must be starving. He's growing so rapidly.
Makes sense. Last night he killed a grizzly bear, the most powerful terrestrial predator on the planet. So you tell me right now, Kate, how any of this makes sense.
Are you familiar with CRISPR?
Yeah, genetic engineering.
It's more like genetic editing. I am talking about extremely specific results. Check this out. Look, sharks are indeterminate growers, right? They never stop. Isolate that gene and combine it with, say, the growth rate of a blue whale, the strength of a rhinoceros beetle, the speed of a cheetah.
And you get one confused gorilla that can take down a grizzly.
And we developed a lot of different genetic combinations, so changes will be incredibly unpredictable.
Right. Okay, Kate, I get all that, but it still doesn't explain to me how he doubled in size. Guys, we need to get that food in now.
See, CRISPR only allows you to alter the DNA of one cell at a time. But I developed a system which rapidly transmits changes to every strand of DNA in the host's body. Mr. O'Grady, listen to me. I am the only one who can cure him.
Well, this ought to be good then.
Look, after college, I was using CRISPR to help endangered species in the Arctic. Then my brother got sick. Doctors told him he didn't have much of a chance. But I knew CRISPR could save him. Then Claire Wyden showed up. She made me her lead genetic researcher.
So Energy recruited you.
Yeah. But what I didn't know is that every time I'd make a breakthrough that could help my brother, they were secretly using it to build weaponized DNA. I tried to destroy it. Security just got to me before I could finish the job.
So see, her whole intent on using the technology of CRISPR was so that she could save her brother. So her brother could ultimately live forever, because if his DNA was edited, then he could avoid the sickness that he had and future diseases. You know, it all boils down to trying to avoid death, because death is something that we all face. You know, the old saying goes, death and taxes. You can't avoid them. And then something that in her heart she thought was the right thing, it got into the wrong hands, and then they ended up doing what they did in this movie and what they're doing in real life. The Bible tells us that the heart is deceitful above all things, and who can know it, or who can trust it. But in the day and age that we live in, we are told to trust our heart, to follow our heart. And you see the mess that in this movie, it got not only her, but others into. And this is the reality of the world that we also live in right now, the real world. That people are doing is thinking that they're doing the right thing. And they're ultimately going to open what we call Pandora's box, the black cube, Saturn, all these different things that it goes by. Antimatter, dark matter, all these different things. They all tie in together. So it was pretty interesting to watch this movie. I wouldn't recommend it to kids or anything like that, because it does have a few cuss words in it and stuff like that. But the whole movie is based off of CRISPR. The whole movie is based off of CRISPR. So here's the article I was talking about from Reuters.com. And as you see, it says CRISPR gene editing can cause risky collateral DNA damage, a study says. Scientists studying the effects of the potentially game-changing gene editing tool CRISPR-Cas9 have found it can cause unexpected genetic damage, which could lead to dangerous changes in some cells. Now, they would have us to believe that these changes are unexpected, but these are not stupid people. So they had to have some type of idea that, hey, doing this may cause some things that we may not want to happen, which it says, which could lead to dangerous changes in some cells. The question you have to ask yourself is this: what are those changes?
what do they cause a person to do? Does it mutate a person into something that they have never seen before? Or is it just like they say, it causes cancer? The findings published in the journal Nature Biotechnology on Monday, and this is an old article, not too old, you can go look it up. I think it's from, let me look on my computer right quick. July 16th, 2018. The findings published in the journal Natural Biotechnology on Monday have safety implications for gene therapies that are being developed using CRISPR-Cas9, a type of molecular scissor technology that can be used to edit DNA. When you're editing DNA, you're changing the code of man. DNA is the code of man, is ultimately the code of God, because DNA is God's signature and man was made in the image of God. So if you change the code, then you're trying to change the image of God. They also add to findings published last month, which suggested that the CRISPR gene editing tool may inadvertently increase cancer risk in some cells. Stop it. Stop the madness. Quote, we found that changes in the DNA have been seriously underestimated before now. Now, notice he says they've been seriously underestimated. So you can just, the stuff you see on TV when they doing these experiments on people and they, that's what he's saying. Because why would he say that the changes in the DNA, if you're changing somebody's DNA, you're changing their code? That the changes in the DNA have been seriously underestimated before now. So for them to know that they have been seriously underestimated, that means that something had to happen that they saw with their own eyes that let them know, like, whoa. And this is talking about clinical trials, meaning they were doing this in people. Because remember, I did a video a while back talking about how CRISPR was going forward with clinical trials, meaning they were going to start using people as guinea pigs. Clinical trials just sound like a good word. But they were already doing it because they put it in the news. So they put it in the news, then that means they were already doing it. We know this. So when they're talking about this, then we know it's worse than what they are saying, but he's still saying that it's serious. That the changes, and they found the changes in the DNA. Because if it's happening on a molecular level, then there's going to be some type of physical manifestation of it. Just like if a child has the gene, inherits the gene of Down syndrome on the molecular level, right? When you look at that child, you're going to be able to tell. Are we understanding? So if they found changes on a molecular level of the DNA that was causing cancer and obviously causing other things, then what was the physical manifestation of it? So Alan Bradley, a professor at Britain's Wellcome Sanger Institute, said this. Shares of gene editing companies, CRISPR Therapeutics AG, Editas Medicine Inc., I covered them before, Sangamo Therapeutics Inc., and Intellia Therapeutics Inc. fell sharply on Monday. I bet it did. But it's all a setup anyway. They purposely do these things to manipulate the stock. Then they go in and they buy the companies up. So they end up owning the patents and owning the research that these people are doing. Same thing happened in the movie Rampage. Quote, we do not use the methods described in this Nature Biotech paper. Nevertheless, in our work, we do not see similar findings, CRISPR Therapeutics said. So you have different people just trying different stuff. And CRISPR Therapeutics said that, hey, we didn't see this happening in the way that we do things. Not yet. And that even begs to ask the question, what were the ones that were causing these serious changes? What in the hell were they doing for it to be that bad? Intelia does not believe that these findings significantly impact the path forward for CRISPR-based therapeutics, it said in a statement. That's true. It really doesn't, because you're not going to stop Bible prophecy. They're going to keep on doing what they're doing anyway. Editas said the company was not specifically concerned about the latest findings. Of course not. Sangamo did not immediately respond to a request for comment. CRISPR-Cas9, one of the newest genome editing tools, can alter sections of DNAs. They're telling you. What gets me so upset is you got these so-called pastors out here claiming to be men of God, but they're not speaking prophetic stuff. They're not speaking stuff to edify the church. This stuff is important. They're editing the DNA of mankind to become gods. A majority of the people that claim to be Christian have no clue what you're talking about when you talk about CRISPR and what the mark of the beast is really about. My work that I put forth for the Lord, in the Lord, speaks for itself in regards to this matter and what they are really doing. And what so many other brothers and sisters have been speaking by the Spirit. So they're using this technology. And I broke down technology before for you in regards to the book of Daniel, where it talks about he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. When you break it down, it means he shall cause technology to prosper in his hands when the Antichrist is in rule. That's what it's saying. And then we back it up with even more evidence with what we call Nasara or Gesara, or the New World Order, or the Global Reset. It's all the same. And under that, hidden technology that the government has is released. Are y'all listening to what the Spirit is saying through me? Are y'all listening to what the Spirit is saying in you, if you have the Spirit in you? Proving to you and showing you that what the Spirit has shown me and so many other brothers and sisters in Christ is true. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because a person is speaking on CRISPR and the mark of the beast and CERN and all these different things, it doesn't mean they're saved. But tie that together with the mounds and mounds of evidence I've given you, with me preaching the true gospel, and you can see. Don't trust me because I'm dropping knowledge on you. Trust the Spirit in me, the Spirit of Christ, the Spirit of love that is giving you this knowledge by the Spirit, because I do love you. Not because I want to be some type of God like, yeah, I'm the go-to man. That's the difference. You have to be able to discern between that. And so many brothers and sisters, even born-again brothers and sisters, I know some of you are still growing, but you got to get that discernment level up. Satan transforms. He masquerades himself as an angel of light. The Bible pretty much says that we are angels of light. Angel means messenger. We are messengers of light because we have the light dwelling in us. Satan runs around primarily as a Christian. It's Christians you get to watch out for. And these pastors on YouTube and these pastors in the pulpits, they're dropping all of this knowledge, and people are being blinded by the knowledge that they are presenting. And it's kind of crazy because we live in an age of technology when the very same things, or the age of information, the very same things that these pastors are getting, you can go look up yourself. Now, of course, it's on the Spirit to put it together for you, to give you spiritual understanding. But as far as knowledge, come on now. Google is a powerful tool. YouTube is a powerful tool. Facebook is a powerful tool. All these books we have in the world right now, they are powerful tools. I don't even hardly read hard copy books. I mostly read them on my phone because it's easy access, easy for me to get the information that I need right then and right there. So don't be enamored or mystified or in awe because somebody is speaking so much knowledge. You got to try that spirit. But before you do that, you got to make sure you got the right spirit in you. So it talks about CRISPR-Cas9, one of the newest genome editing tools, can alter sections of DNA in cells by cutting at specific points and introducing changes at that location, and is seen by many as a promising way to create treatments for diseases such as HIV or cancer. Why do we have diseases? We have disease because of sin. They're trying to bypass the curse of sin, which sin leads to death. They're trying to bypass death ultimately. And they're masquerading it under the guise of healthcare. And so many people don't realize that. Healthcare plays a major part in end times prophecy, especially with this, because that's how they're going to get a lot of people. Oh, it's for the children. It's for the healthcare. We got to understand these things. Experts say treatments like these could inactivate a disease-causing gene or correct a genetic mutation, but much more research is still needed to ensure techniques are safe. Bradley's team carried out a full systematic study in both mouse and human cells and discovered that CRISPR-Cas9 frequently cause extensive mutations. What is a mutant? You know what a mutant is. X-Men, they're mutants. X-Men are mutants. X-Men are the children of the fallen angels. That's what the whole X-Men series is based off of. Oh, some of y'all didn't know that, did you? Think about it. Really think about it. Including large genetic rearrangements such as DNA deletions and insertions. These could lead to important genes being switched on or off. What happens if your gene gets switched off that, for your taste buds or something? Then you burnt your tongue because you don't know what's hot or what's cold. Just giving you a basic example. This is just stupid. It's stupid. They even be doing this, but hey, that's what man does. It continues on. It says, as intended by the therapies, but could also have major unexpected implications, the scientists said. I bet. I know that they got stuff in labs that they've created. This is surface stuff. This is surface stuff. But we got to know these things. Just to show you that, hey, what the people are claiming, conspiracy theory. No, it's conspiracy fact. The research is there. And a person is an idiot if they think that these people aren't doing other stuff. Just like the one article where they said they with the clone, they cloned the human cells, and then they said they didn't allow it to grow. Stop it. Stop the madness. They warned that some of the changes. They warned that some of the changes seen in the study were too far away from the target site to be picked up with standard analysis and testing methods. Yes, because what y'all doing, it is a cancer. It's going to spread like a cancer. That's what the mark of the beast is going to do. It's going to take over the whole body. The will of man is going to be gone. You're going to be a beast. You give up your will as man to be a beast. Why do you think they always testing on animals and then doing it on humans? Because they think mankind we're nothing but animals. We're nothing but beasts. That's what these people think. And they believe they can turn the beast into man. Frankenstein. All this stuff ties together, y'all. Maybe you didn't know it. You just didn't think about it. It's there. Put the pieces together. Commenting on the findings, Robert Lavelle Badge, a stem cell expert at Britain's Francis Crick Institute, said the work highlighted the need for very careful work when using to genome editing to verify that the alterations to the DNA sequence are those and only those that has been designed to occur. This is Pandora's box. You know how the box opens and the smoke comes out, and then, little stuff comes out, and then it's like silent for a little bit, and then boom. This is the smoke. It's gonna get worse than this. Then he says, but the results give no reason to panic or to lose faith in the methods when they are carried out by those who know what they are doing, he added. So what he was saying is the people that did this, they messed up. You see, you're doing stuff you ain't got no business. That's what he's trying to say. They didn't know what they were doing. He said, I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert. And the people that were doing this thing and they were causing damage, they're novices. They're rookies. It's his pride speaking. That's why he was being intelligent with his response. But the results give no reason to panic or to lose faith in the methods when they are carried out by those who know what they are doing. You see, scientists like me, we know what we're doing. And these few vigilantes would not stop the greater cause of becoming gods. That's what he really said. That's what he really said. Because that's the ultimate goal, to become gods under the guise of we want to help the people, heal the world, make it a better place. But I'm out. I love y'all. God bless each and every one of you in Jesus Christ's name. As always, stay focused for Jesus. And as you know, truth is not debated, it is declared. Let me add, in the description box, I will put a link to my CRISPR playlist. So you can watch all my videos I've done on the CRISPR so you can get a crash course. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you also check the website out, www.stayingfocusedforjesus.life. www.stayingfocusedforjesus.life. We got .life now. You can go in there, you can just scroll through. I got plenty of things you can look at. I have a resource section where it will send you to my my cloud drive, and you can go in there, you can get different books, different pictures of stuff, different clips. I'm continually adding different things, so make sure you check it regularly, and I make sure I remind y'all. Also, if you don't know, I'm on Facebook where I post different things. It's Understand Focus for Jesus also. Stuff that, I don't make videos on. You want to check that out or whatever. But that's it. Again, I love y'all. I'm out until next time.
Because you say I am rich and increased with goods and am need of nothing. Jesus said that he would spit you out of his mind. Stop playing church. We become something else, something worse, something more like the world. Where is the church? We become something else, neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, lukewarm church. Jesus said, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that you may be rich, clothed in white raiment to hide the shame of your nakedness. So then, because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, Jesus said that he would spit you out of his mouth. Stop playing church. We become something else, something worse, something more like the world. Where is the church? We become something else, neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, lukewarm church. You say you a Christian, living like a child to hell. You a Christian, go to church, say the sinner's prayer. You a Christian, stay getting high, getting throwed, yeah. Monday through Saturday, anything go, yeah. Caught up in the world and left your first love. Jesus died in your place, he shed his precious blood. But you gotta be seen, pastor, apostle. Wake up, church, time to go and preach the gospel. Because